Hey Eric, how you doing? Obviously, I was a little tougher team you played, tougher win, slow start, but pretty good second quarter. Just what were your overall thoughts?
Yeah, I thought Devo and Kamani did a phenomenal job playing hard, following game plans, following the scheme. Um, Obviously the way we started the game, not the way that we want to start games on both sides of the ball. Defensively, we have a long, long way to go. I know we don't play until November, but uh, extremely concerned about our defense on the ball, extremely concerned about our defense awareness off the ball. It's gonna be a challenge defensively. Um, is this team capable of guarding man to man? I don't really know. We've never played any zone defense in 7 years, but right now, simple cuts, we lose our man. Um, yeah, so great concern for us defensively for sure.
And then, understandably, there's been a lot of attention on the newcomers, especially the freshmen. But you bring up, Devo, good game today. Kamani, what you think of it? Like maybe you could break down what each of those guys did well today.
Well, first of all, without Devo and Kamani, we don't win the game. I promise you. Probably not even close if those two don't play. And I mean, the game tilts the other way. Um, we need Brazil to rebound more. He had one rebound in a game against a tallest player who's 6'7". Kamani dominated the offensive glass. We had 23 turnovers. So I talked about, our lack of defending people. And then we had 23 turnovers and we still scored almost 100 points. So the carelessness with the basketball, Kamani and Devo are in the right spots. They know our offense. We got some guys that are still struggling to understand our second and third options and how to read a defense. But, a lot of this just comes with having a young team. But I thought Kamani and Devo played phenomenal. I also thought Barry Dunning, 2 games in a row, as well as in training camp, that Barry has played really, really solid. And one of the things with player coaching staff is who do you trust to go out there and not turn the ball over, and then to execute the game plan on both sides of the ball. And surprisingly, for a freshman, Barry Dunning's done a really, really good job of that.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. I'll turn it back over to Fuller if time allows me. I could swing back, but thanks.
Curtis.
Coach, I'm sure you would have liked to play a little bit better, but are you happy that this team got a dose of adversity on a trip like this? Do you feel like maybe there's more to take away or more that you can gain from it?
Well, I certainly think there's a lot of things to take away. We can't turn the ball over at half court. That team did not press. That team played zone for 35% of the game, and we still turned the ball over 23 times. So that's not good. That's a nightmare to have 23 turnovers in a basketball game. So we've got to get a lot better. The defense speaks for itself. That's going to change, will change. And then offensively, my gosh, 23 turnovers against a team that doesn't press and doesn't have great athletes. Those are all self-inflicted wounds. We were quicker at every single position. We were longer at every single position, but yet we turned the ball over 23 times. So this is great, though. You know what you get is you get evidence for everybody to see. So you guys can see it, fans can see it, parents can see it, and then a rotation is formed. So a lot of things we got to get better at.
And you mentioned Barry stacking a couple nice games together. I was wondering if you could expand on him a little bit. Just what is it about him that has kind of given you that trust in him early on, and just what have you seen from him overall?
Well, first of all, when you walk in the building, in the morning and everybody's told you that he's already shot before some guys are waking up, that you gain trust that way. And then when somebody knows 3 or 4 positions, you gain trust in them. And then when they're meeting with an assistant coach the night before a game and they're talking about plays and they're not worried about what restaurant they're going to go eat at, but they're worried about understanding where the 4-man is supposed to go in case I play the 4, that gains trust. So a lot of things. He's way mature beyond a freshman in his approach to the game. Still has areas that we want him to get better at, but he's mature in the way that he approaches the game, and he's extremely serious about his craft. He's not a guy that's sleeping in during the off season in the summer. He's a guy that comes in and gets work and tries to get better.
Scotty, last question.
Yeah, Eric, I just wanted to go back on Kamani for a minute. Just like, what kind of a summer have you seen him have kind of as a whole? And, these first 2 games, looks like he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. Like, I know you brought all these other frontline guys in, but hey, don't forget about me.
Yeah, and that's what you do is what Kamani's done. Kamani just has come in, especially in these 2 games. He understands his game. He understands his role. I trust him. He understands what I want. And he's done a really good job. He's got great toughness. He doesn't back down from anybody. Sometimes our biggest challenge is more in practice with Kamani than it is in the game. In the game, he does exactly what you want. I mean, he's a guy that's really, really unselfish. You can't teach unselfishness sometimes. He's all about the team. He's a great rebounder. He's got a nose for the ball. And you can't teach toughness either. Like that guy, Kamani never backs down from anybody, whether it's an SEC game, whether it's an NCAA tournament game. He's a really, really tough-minded player, both mentally and physically. And then he just makes stuff happen. He's a high-volume free throw attempt player, and he's a great, great offensive rebounder.
All right. Thanks, Coach.